Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and an intuitive card reader and a visionary as well. I'm here this evening to do the mid-month general reading for the sign of Sagittarius for February 2017. A little bit late, a couple days late, and I'm very, very sorry about that. But here we are. We're here. While I'm shuffling, I should say, I'm going to change things up a bit for March. I'll do the monthly readings just the way I do every month at the beginning of March, and then 1 week post. What I'll do is a week after March monthlies have been read. Will be I can't even talk. Get your head together, Natalie. What I'm planning on doing is, after the monthly for March has been posted, 1 week to the day, I'll start doing weekly readings for all the signs. And we're going to do that for a while. That way we can kind of progress along and see how the month is moving along. And you can all compare it to the monthly reading and see how it's playing out. And we'll go week by week. We'll try that for maybe a couple of months and see how everybody seems to like that and enjoy that. Also, I'm going to be doing a live stream. I haven't picked the date and I haven't picked the time yet. It's going to be soon. It's not a big deal. I'm going to do a live stream with Pendulum. You guys can get to ask questions. Pendulum will answer. These have to be yes and no questions that need an answer, yes or no. Pendulum can't speak. Pendulum doesn't tell stories, this kind of thing. It's strictly yes or no. And I'll be posting that live stream on Facebook under Bay of Fundy Fortunes, the group. You're all more than willing to come and join us there, so you don't miss that. I'll put up a 2-day notice, 2 days ahead of time, be 48 hours, for when I plan on going live. So if I do it any sooner than that, you guys just forget about it. Well, most people would. So I'll do it maybe 48 hours before. And I just thought that'd be something just a little bit fun, a little more refreshing, something different. And I think I just have a feeling we'll have a lot of fun with it. So, just looking to keep things fresh. This is for the sign of Sagittarius. Mid-monthly, February 2017. Spirit Guides, Master of the Universe, Natural World Order. Bring forth any messages you have for the sign of Sagittarius. Here we go. That's it. Alright, let's get this show on the road. For those that are new, this is a 5-card spread. And at the end of the spread, I'll pull one significator from my other deck. And that's my deck of tarot. So the very first card, Sagittarius. The tarot is brought to your attention and brought to the forefront. It's the Knight of Swords, and it's all about ambition. This is your overall energy for this reading for mid-month February 2017. Card number 2, your wealth and finances, is the Angel of the Ocean. She's all about healing. Third card, your hearth, your home, anything to do with the people in your life and love. And you got strength. It's all about stability. And this is a strong reading, I'll tell you why. First 3 cards are major arcana cards. Wow. And okay, we got a court one here. All right. Page of Pentacles, opportunity. This is your challenges for mid-February. Your 5th and final card. Your message from Spirit. And it's a good card. It's the Magician, and he's all about manifestation. Okay. Let's get to her here. Let's get her done, as they say. Lemonade. Homemade. Sourpuss. King of Swords is all about ambition. That's your overall energy. He looks like a man with expectations. If you take a good look at the card, that's just the body language, expectation. This is a very clever man. He's also a very strong leader in the business world. Very independent. Very, very successful as well. He is he's a great strategist as well. He has charm and ambition. He can exert pressure when it's called for. He has some clout and some power. He can offer. He can walk in any situation, into anybody's life, and offer them a calm, stable atmosphere. He's very logical, and he has a good logical sound judgment as well. For some of you, legal issues may need some attention right about now. The King is also sometimes this is you, Sagittarius. Sometimes this is definitely a you card. So this isn't an energy, an actual person or you. It's one of the 3. You may recognize it when it comes to pass. The King is he brings a logical approach to everything, simplifies it. When we're sitting there and when we get panicked, our brain becomes fogged and flooded. You can only humanly formulate one thought at a time. It's impossible to do 2. We can only do 1. And when we get worked up, we get bothered, we become disturbed. We have a lot of thoughts coming at us at once. We get overwhelmed because we can only handle 1 at a time. And we want all the answers all right now. No waiting, no messing around. But this guy is here to put the brakes if it's not at your logical side of your brain speaking to you. Logical side of your spirit saying you need to slow down for a minute. You need to take a deep breath. Any legal issues that are coming at you, do not panic. This is not for everybody. This is a general reading. It'll only apply to some. The advice of this card is to look for facts before making any decisions about anything in the last 2 weeks of February. That may flow into March as well. It may kind of like, there may be a trickle down effect into March. So you just have to try to remember and heed the words of tarot, that any decisions that you have to be made, any opportunities brought to you, anybody giving you the inside scoop on business matters or anything like this, you need to check the facts out for yourself. Don't get anybody else to do it for you. This is something you need to do yourself. Keywords are fairness and balance, decisions, strength, justice, and support. You can be your own support many, many times as well. And this guy's ready for anything. And if this is representing you, it lays the same way. You're ready for anything that's brought that look of expectation. He's watching for something and expecting something. And he's more than ready for it. He looks very self-assured. Doesn't look bothered at all. At all. An interesting card for your first card. The second card that fell into your wealth and your finances is the Angel of the Ocean. And she's all about healing. She's definitely the Angel of the Ocean. That's the infinity symbol that she has her arms wrapped through. Very beautiful. The infinity symbol, as far as that goes, is showing up in your reading, and it's giving you, it's bringing about, and this could be a person, but the energy is of the angel of the ocean, and her purpose is to bring about harmony to the emotional, mental, and physical and spiritual aspects of who you are, of life itself. This is what she does. She brings harmony and emotional, mental, physical balance. She's all about balance. She's also a peacekeeper. She's all about healing past trauma, balancing the mind, the body, even your finances to be balanced. Balance is a strong, strong word that I've been picking up on most of today with the readings. That balance seems to be a key thing. The energies, I should look at the planets and see what's going on with them. See, I'm not an astrologer. I'm a tarot card reader. But astrology does come into play, obviously. There just seems to be, especially here in this case, there's some kind of a, excuse me, I'm catching some kind of a cold or something. There's an unseen support around you. Call it an energy, call it destiny, karma. I'm not sure. Oh dear, I'm going to sneeze. I've been at this since last night. There's just this, I can't really put my finger on what it is. But there's an energy, a spiritual. You're not alone. Some of you are not alone. Some of you know that, one or two. You know there's some kind of an energy around you that's holding you up and supporting you and actually protecting you from any negative outside influences. Right now, this may be karma catching up with you for all the good deeds you've done in the past, and it's here to help you at a very pivotal time in your life. All wounds are going to heal. You're going to find a way to deal with it. If you've been hurt in the past, the hurt continued and just went on long after the situation was over with. And the hurt went on, and it went on, and it never ended for you. It was traumatizing. Somebody with a broken heart, totally blindsided, completely innocent. And the shock affected you in a very traumatic way. You've given too much to this, and you're having an epiphany. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're going to be angry with yourself that you gave so much of yourself to this even long after it was over. You wouldn't let go. You wouldn't relinquish what used to be. And when you're holding on to something that isn't there anymore, it's like living in a fantasy land. And we all need fantasy once in a while, but there's the bad kind that in the bigger picture is not good for you. And in this case, it has not been good for you. The good thing is that you're waking up slowly, like from a deep sleep. You're waking up, and you're going to be angry with yourself. It'll be a lesson learned, to learn to be more living in the now, more looking for the future, realizing that you can't control other people and make their decisions. You can't influence anybody. You may think you can. And why would you want to be with somebody that didn't want to be with you? There's the reality of the situation. Same as in business. Why would you want to be in business with somebody that really isn't interested in being in business with you? You just wouldn't do that. We tend to pour more of ourselves into the practical things in our lives rather than to the things that really matter, into humanity, into, relationships of every level, of every kind. The emotional world at large, we don't put enough into. Sometimes we get misdirected. But she's here to guide you through some very stressful times. You're not alone, as I said. The advice is to try to work a little magic and try to reconcile any opposites that you're able to do. Be practical. Being practical will eventually, you'll see that things are getting done, because if you removed if you remove your emotionality from what you're working on, you're going to see, because logically, intellectually, practical ways of doing things has nothing to do with emotion, has nothing to do with your personality. It is a job and a task that needs to be completed and done, intended to. As long as you focus and you stay intelligent about it. For those of you that are worrying, this is only for a few people, that you know, you've got this thing going on, and you're giving it 150%, but you're open to everything around you. But this is where you're going to be okay, because you tend to go, but what if, what if, what if, what if? That really impedes your progress. You could the flow could be much better if you would stop feeling what if, you know, like life happens. Who didn't see that coming, or this coming, and it throws everything off, and that. But right now, you do have support and protection. Get rid of the what ifs. Go at whatever it is that's in the forefront of your life right now that you're working on. Don't care what it is, and go at 150%. Give it. Put it in there. You're not going to waste your time. You're not throwing away your energy, your creativity, your devotion and dedication. It's not going to happen. You're protected right now. No negative influences are going to come in and upset your apple cart. It isn't going to happen. You're in a really good place. So you can go ahead and you can think about your money situation, your bank situation, and your bank account, and watch money flow again. The chances are really good that that's exactly what's going to happen, but it comes with work. But you can, you know, we all have our own little touches of magic, right? You're no different. We all have an inherent power within us. We all do. And that's what makes tarot reading so exciting for me. And I should know better than anybody to ever doubt tarot. You know, and every time I do a private reading, I don't bite my nails, but I kind of figuratively bite my nails because I'm waiting for the response. And even though when I'm doing a reading, some of them are stronger than others, they just are, and I know I'm nailing it all the way through. There's still that, I'm still human. I'm not all about spirit, because I'm human, I'm here. Therefore, I'm open to errors and making mistakes and whatnot. But the thing is tarot, in my mind, I get the reports back and the feedback, and tarot's giggling at me, thinking, she's so cute when she gets worried. That's what I hear. And they're giggling, tinkling little laughters of all these different little spirits, and holding their little bellies, and they're laughing, because they have a connection with me. I have a connection with them. And somewhere in the middle we meet. But there's a power there. And yes, as a tarot reader, I've learned to tap into a lot of it, and I tap into more every day, and I learn new things every day. You know, after a while you meet like-minded people, and I've done the same, and we feed off of each other, we help each other. Pam and Luna, just throwing it out there. But this is what we do, we feed each other and support each other. If one of us is bothered or in a dilemma, trying to figure something out, we are the three. That's what we call ourselves. We are the three, and we come together, and we're all aware of our inherent power within us, and you have it. So yes, you can work very, very, very hard, but try to throw a little bit of magic in there, is what I'm trying to say. At the same time, just to give it a little bit of oomph, whatever. So this is a really great card. That's a long card. Actually, went on too long. The third card, your hearth, your home, people, and love in your life. Stability and strength. That's a great card to have that in there. It's a great card. He's setting all those nets. You see the fish he's setting free. He's ripped that open, that fishing net with its bare hands. You know, there's probably 1,000 pounds of fish in there. And the tension that would have been on that net would have been incredible. But he tore it apart with his bare hands. And he's let them all free. I love it. I know a fisherman wouldn't like it, but I love it. So when this card shows up, patience in the face of conflict. These are key situations. Standing your ground rather than being overwhelmed and turning away. What opposes you is lower than you are. I love this card, and I love that part of it, because anything in opposition is a negative. Okay. Yes, there's some good things that can come out of that. But generally, in speaking generally, anything in opposition is coming from a negative space. If it's coming at you, it's on the attack for some reason. It could be anything, a person, it doesn't matter. The thing is that I always believe that good overrides the bad. Good overrides evil. Light overrides darkness. Darkness has its place in the world. It can be a beautiful thing at times. And sometimes light can be downright annoying, too much of it, metaphorically and literally. But anything that's opposing you, and you know it's an opposition and it's coming at you, remember this. They're coming from a dark place. You're not. Therefore, before the opposition even reaches its destiny, which is you, you've already half won the battle already, because of the belief in your inherent power and the belief of your soul, and the color of your soul is all light, and it's love, and that's what you put out there. The opposition is already lost before they've even reached you. You need to remember that. So you need to stand your ground in the face of any oppositions, any negativity that's coming at you. You're going to want to turn around and retreat. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's important that you stand your ground. Somebody else could be projecting their fears on you, and that could happen when this goes down as well. And basically that's intimidation. It's manipulation when somebody is doing that to you. You know, and they're trying to find your weak spot. They're trying to tear you down. They're trying to put self-doubt into your head. This is what I see. I'm trying to see what it's around, though. It's between two men. I can tell you that right now. It's between two men. And to be quite blunt, one is a superior asshole. I'm going to be very blunt here. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. But he is. He's a thorn in somebody else's side. He's always popping up his ugly personality. He's always rearing his ugly head to cause problems. He's extremely negative. I see somebody that's a short man, he's a tiny guy. But he's like a chihuahua. He's all mouth. He's tiny, but he's all mouth. And he's got very, very black. His hair is black, almost blue black, as they call it. Olive colored skin. I see a dark, dark, dark mustache. This guy would be late 30s, early 40s, and he's nothing but trouble. And you're going to have to stand up to him, Sag. You're going to have to send him off crying with his tail between his legs. This is going to be so, and he's trying to bully you and push you around, making you feel stupid. What are you doing that for? I hear an accent. What are you doing that for? Why you do it that way? You know, this kind of thing. So I don't know if anybody recognizes him, but yeah, and you have to stand your ground. This is going to help you in the future with this fella. If nothing else, even for the jerk that he is, he'll see that you didn't turn around and walk away, that you did stand your ground, and he's seen your confidence. If nothing else, he'll respect that. It's not going to change who he is. He's always going to be a jerk. But, you know, anyways, that's interesting. For some of you as well now, this card can also be the literal return of strength and vitality after a time of grief, after a time of a physical illness, incapacitation for some. You're on your way back. That's what the card is saying. In any confrontations as well. This reading's going to go on late. Oh my goodness sakes. Don't risk your integrity. Don't give in to the weaker side of the human nature just flying off the handle. Stay in control. Keep your integrity in check. Take the higher moral ground, even if you have to. Kill them with kindness is what you want to do. The nicer you are to these jerks, the more they look stupid. And the more calm you are. And they're all high-strung and the hands are flying, you know. Anybody from the outside standing back and watching, he looks crazy. You look like the one that's cool and calm and together and intelligent. Remember that. All right, fourth card. Your challenge is for mid-February. Sagittarius. Page Pentacles, all about opportunities. Okay. This card shows up, and it's bringing good news about finances, work, education. Somebody's thought of applying to go back to school, university, college courses, maybe trade, and it looks like you're going to be approved. You're going to receive, yes, because it's a page. Pages are all about messages being brought to you. You're going to be accepted. This message is going to be brought to you. He also brings hope, and a wish is to be granted as well. I think that's just beautiful. Pending job offers are out there as well at the moment. There might be one or two of you out there that are thinking about selling your property and moving. If you're not selling your property, you're still going to be moving. Some of you don't have property to sell. This is just about a move. And this is going to happen soon. Pay close attention to all paperwork. If you're signing a new lease to rent a home or to rent an apartment or a condominium or something like this, make sure you check your paperwork. Be real sharp on that. Look for the not allowed stuff kind of things. The rules and regulations of, you know, renting a condominium, and they have their own community, and this is the way things are done. Be very careful. There might be something in there that's going to stick in your craw. All right? You're not going to be happy about it, and you're going to continue to look. This tarot's giving you a heads up. Make sure you go over everything with a fine-tooth comb, or you're going to pay for it later. You're not going to be happy. The advice of this card is to look for offers in any property, those that are in the position to buy right now. Work looks really good on the horizon as well. It's being reiterated again, so please pay attention to this. Check all contracts with a sharp eye. And for those that this is resonating with, this is coming right on top of you real soon. Keywords are money, messages, work, luck, communications, confidence, and optimism. Your fifth and final card in the spread is your message from Spirit, and he's all about manifestation, and we'll start with holding the card right up here. You see he holds his hand open. He's offering you help, and he's telling you you're going to need some tools. And here are the tools of the tarot. They're all here for your use. All you have to do is take them and use them. So we have the cups, and we have the wands, and we have the swords, and we have the pentacles. So we've covered emotions and love. We've covered the practical, everyday things we need to get through our day. The swords, the things that are on our mind and decisions that we make every day. And the pentacles, of course, about creativity and money. So he is the commander of the deep, by the way. He's a nice looking fella. I like him a lot. And he always asks when this card comes up, because it comes down to you. And this card is here, and Spirit is saying, what is it that you can make happen? What is it that you can create? What kind of decisions do you think you're capable of making? Do you have enough love in your life to carry you through. That's what this card's all about. What you can do. It's reminding you that while we have destiny and kismet and karma and all those exciting things out there that we can't see, but some of us really sense them strongly. And it's reminding you, because you're human, because I'm human, that we still have some control over what is going down around us. And we need to ask ourselves, what am I capable of? Am I capable of getting the things that I want and attaining the things that I want? Am I capable of always knowing that the love that's in my life is always going to be there? Am I capable of believing that? There's a lot of things. Am I capable of changing some things and moving forward? Am I capable of letting go? These are things that come to the forefront. The card is here to tell you as well, conditions are perfect right now. And now is the time to take any actions that you've been holding back on. Don't hold back on them anymore. You have the talent and the resources to attract what you want to you right now. And everything is going to come a little bit easier because of that. A little bit more ease. From business enterprises to relationships, you're in the creative flow of life as well. You're feeling more energetic at this point. This is more towards the end of the month. Also, when this card appears, communications speed up as well. Everything's going to flow a little bit easier for you for a little while into the foreseeable future. No pun intended or anything, but into the foreseeable future. The energies towards the end of the month, it's like, for some reason, you're feeling lighter and you're feeling like, I feel like I can do almost anything. It's not euphoric. It's not over the top. It's just a realization of you do have the abilities to make things happen. And it's just that simple. And you're human at the end of the day, but, outside of that, you're so much more. And you can make things happen. And you're going to notice some things are coming almost without any effort at all. This is a great card. The time is now. Take action, and you will find success. Your keywords are new enterprises, communications, and high energy, travel, and support, and money as well. All right, so that was great. I thought it was great. Let's get right into your significator here. Sorry about the length. We're going to try to keep it under 40 minutes. So I got, okay, about 6 minutes here. Okay. Never mind. You get in there. One significator, please. Spirit guides, masters of the universe, masters of the natural order. Please bring forth one significator. Hold on. I'm going to keep them. I don't normally take pop-outs, but they seem to want to come out. I kind of felt that when they came out. So what I pulled was, there's two of them, Queen of Pentacles and the Fool. There they are. There they are. Those are your significators, there's two. All right. Let me get my book. She's a beauty. Okay, let's take the Fool. The Fool is the very first card in the major arcana of the tarot. It has no number assigned to him at all. The Fool is he's not bad. He really isn't. Depends how he falls in a reading, of course. That's always part of it. He came upright. So when this card represents individuality, new experiences and new beginnings, requiring wisdom and courage. Remember to keep your courage, even though you may want to flee that fight or flight syndrome when that opposition comes at you. All right, that's what it's referring to. So you're going to require more wisdom and more courage within yourself. It also symbolizes being carefree, impulsive, and enthusiastic. And the carefree and impulsive, you'll be afforded that, and you'll be allowed that towards the end of February. As I told you, the energies are moving a lot smoother. So the next one we have here is Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles, where are you, my queen? There she is. And she came up right as well. So the Queen of Pentacles is a nurturer, but a practical and down-to-earth one as well. She's always there to help in a material or tangible way. She encourages and promotes positive utilization of creativity. She also has a serious and introverted side. However, this is an actual person for you, Sagittarius. This is a female. No doubt about it. It is a female, and she's there to support you and help you. This is somebody you already know in your life that's going to help you along the way. You need to trust in her. Trust in her wisdom and her experience, and she can teach you with such kindness that nobody else could. This is a good card. This is a great reading. It was a really good, it was interesting. I'll be back, in, like I said, in March, and we'll do the monthlies. And if you're new to YouTube, subscriptions are free. Click the little red subscription button right here below the window where it says subscribe. You'll be notified every time Bay of Fundy Fortunes post anything new, so that way you don't miss anything. And you can find Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Twitter, Blogspot, Google, and Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook. Please join us there. We're going to be doing a little pendulum thingy. Probably, I don't know, I'm going to take a couple of days and I'll think about it. And then I'll post when I'm going to do it. So thank you for all your likes, all your shares, your comments, your thumbs up, your thumbs down. That's cool too. You don't have to like everything, right? That's what makes the world a wonderful place, is variety, color. I like to think, you know, I don't live in a black and white world, and that's a metaphor. That's not skin color. That's a metaphor. And I'd like to think that, you know, if my world gets, you know, I'm surrounded sometimes by black. It seems that way. I like to be that little burst of color in a black and white world. I don't know about you guys. That's how I like to live my life. Thank you all so very much. I hope to see you back here. Maybe we'll see you maybe tomorrow in Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of February. Great reading. Leave some comments. Let me know what's going on with you guys. Thank you very much. From my heart to yours. And if you're ever looking for me, you can always find me at the next high tide. Bye-bye.